Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you are new here and you love WWE content, stay a while. Subscribe to this channel because we post WWE content every single week. I got you on the content. We do live watch-alongs now. We just did Monday Night Raw live where everybody joined the comments. We all got to hang out together, watch Raw together, talk together. Truly is a very fun time. For a while, my favorite thing to do on this channel was the email videos, which is something else that we also do. If you want to send in your emails, send them in, and I'll read them on videos. But now the watch-alongs are starting to become my favorite thing. Anyway, we are here for Summerslam. We're here because there's 2 nights of Summerslam. I'm doing this video will be night 1 predictions, and then I'm doing another video for night 2. Without any further ado, let's get into it. First of all, I gotta say I'm hyped. I'm excited, man. Like I know there's been a lot of criticism, including from me, about SummerSlam not having the best builds for all of their matches. I've even mentioned in another video that SummerSlam doesn't even feel like SummerSlam. You know how usually you get that feeling? You get the feeling for WrestleMania when it's WrestleMania season and it's right around the corner. You start like getting pumped, like, all right, WrestleMania's here. The builds are on fire. You're locked in. SummerSlam hasn't really felt that way to me, at least. And I judging by my reaction and me saying that, other people have also agreed. So there are people out there who feel the same. So it makes me feel a little better. But that's not to say, though, that SummerSlam is not going to be good, because I actually think SummerSlam is going to be really great. Where do we begin? I say let's go with Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. It's a very interesting type of scenario we got here for Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. This is a match where I've said that I know that there's a street fight on SummerSlam. I know there's a no DQ match at SummerSlam. I felt like if any of those matches should have happened or been given to, it should have been this match. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross should be a no DQ. It should be a street fight. Kross has introduced a lead pipe into the situation, so I felt like we would have gotten something like that. We don't. It's a regular one-on-one match. The caveat here is that Karrion Kross wants Sami Zayn to admit that Karrion Kross was right. If Karrion Kross beats Sami Zayn, and then this past Monday on Raw, Sami Zayn said that if Sami wins, which he will win, what he said, he wants Karrion Kross to admit that he was wrong. So weird, I feel like this match is a little bit. Does Karrion Kross, I know his contract is coming up. I haven't heard any news of him re-signing. So as far as I know, of all the things I've been reading, whatever, I know you're not supposed to really believe every single thing you read on the internet. I've read several places that his contract is ending in August. Is this now going to make Sami Zayn beat Karrion Kross? Is Karrion Kross going to say that or Karrion Kross was wrong? And then is this the way WWE just kind of keeps Karrion Kross off TV until his contract rides out and he leaves? I don't know. Or maybe they try to do that, and then while he's off TV, he ends up working out a deal with WWE, and he comes back and then maybe continues this rivalry with Sami or does something else. I will tell you this, though. Karrion Kross is as over as it gets right now. He continuously gets the biggest reactions out of the crowd every single week. His merchandise is selling like crazy. The internet, like the online petition for this guy to get pushed, is unreal. I don't think WWE should let Karrion Kross walk, but I also don't think that they should just re-sign him for him to do nothing. We got to figure out what to do with him if we're going to keep him. That's just my opinion. I love Karrion Kross. I think he's been amazing. I think you should keep him. I think you should do something with him. I think he should beat Sami Zayn, but I think because of everything considered, I'm going to pick Sami Zayn beating Karrion Kross at SummerSlam. I could be way off on all these picks, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, I sometimes I go into these feeling very confident. Like whatever I pick, I feel like I got a good chance. This entire show, both night 1 and night 2, I could be way off on these picks. I think there's 12 matches. I wouldn't be surprised if I got like 3 or 4 right and the rest wrong. That's how I feel unpredictable this entire show is going to be. I just cannot see the vision or what they're going to do afterwards. Blame it on injuries, blame it on whatever you want. I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit like lost, a little bit. And I'm okay with that. I feel all right with that. I like that because it makes it more exciting for me later on. Let's do the tag team match. Jelly Roll, Randy Orton, I cannot believe this is an actual match, versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Tag team match at SummerSlam. I flat out don't think there's much to this. I'm going to just say Randy Orton and Jelly Roll win this match. I don't want to pipe too much into it. There's been rumors that Drew McIntyre might not make it. I think he's stuck somewhere in a different country. He can't make it. Whatever the case may be, whoever, if it's Drew, if it's a replacement, I think regardless, it's going to be I think it's going to be Randy Orton and Jelly Roll coming out on top on this one. Women's Tag Team title match, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. Interesting matchup here. It gives a pretty good big feel for SummerSlam. It's a lot of big names in this match, plus a very big opportunity for Roxanne Perez. It's a huge PLE. You know what I mean? And she gets put right into the spotlight. Look, I've thought of different scenarios here. I thought, wouldn't it be cool or interesting if all of Judgment Day lost their titles during this weekend? Finn Balor and JD McDonough successfully retained, so I thought maybe they would just win their titles and then everybody else would lose. But I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a little differently now that I've thought about it a little bit. I think Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez keep the titles. I think we want to keep the titles on Judgment Day until Liv Morgan comes back. I really think when Liv comes back and she sees how much success the entire Judgment Day has had without her, it's just going to further push her out of Judgment Day, make her the baby face, make them all the heels, which they already are. But I feel like that's the direction we're heading towards because literally everybody in Judgment Day is draped in gold. Finn Balor has been mentioning, listen to Finn and we win. What kind of scenario would it be? Liv comes back. They all have titles. Finn can rub it in her face. Look, see, this is what happens when you listen to me. So I feel like something like that's going to happen. I'm going to say Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez retain their tag team titles. Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton. I'm going to be bluntly honest with you. I have a few thoughts about this. I don't think they made Jade Cargill go through that whole tournament and then win Queen of the Ring against Asuka, a very big, legendary name in wrestling, and then fail at SummerSlam and lose to Tiffany Stratton. I just don't see that happening. I feel like Jade came all this way. She's grown. She's gotten better. I'm not saying she's perfect. I'm never going to say she is because I don't think she's ever going to be. That just might not be her. She's never going to wrestle like Charlotte. She's never going to wrestle like Asuka. She's never going to be that. I want everybody to just drop their expectations of that. And you know what? She doesn't even need to be that to be a successful champion in WWE. So I think Jade came all of this way. And I think she's going to beat Tiffany Stratton for that WWE Women's Championship because I know for a fact Bianca is lurking somewhere. When she gets healthy and she gets back, I feel like we are going to get Bianca versus Jade at WrestleMania this coming year. And I think Bianca is going to be the heel in the situation. I just got a strong feeling about it. I think Bianca's almost on her way back, and I think she's going to be a heel and she's going to feud with Jade. Wherever Tiffany Stratton factors in or whatever, we'll figure that out afterwards. But for right now, I'm saying Jade beats Tiffany Stratton. Plus, I think Tiffany kind of ran her course a little bit. I'm not trying to give any disrespect here, but I think Tiffany Stratton's title reign has kind of been somewhat of a forgettable one for me. I haven't been wowed. I don't think she's really grown as much as I think she could have or should have. I just think she's been fine. I'm not hating on her. She's great. I still really love Tiffany Stratton, but I think this title reign hasn't been that exciting. So I'm going to say Jade. We're going to switch it up. We're going to freshen it up. We're going to get something new here. Jade wins the championship at SummerSlam. She beats Tiffany Stratton. Jey Uso, Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker looked great on Raw. They destroyed these two guys. However, because of that, it swayed my whole thought process of this whole thing. I think they should have Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker win this match. And if WWE had the balls, the grapefruits, they would have Braun Breaker pin Roman Reigns. If they had the balls to do it, I don't know if they do. I don't know if they want to do that. I don't think they're going to do that to the Tribal Chief. And to be honest with you, you just can't be taking the OTC's J's off and stealing his shoes, man. Like, Roman Reigns can't let that. Personally, if I was Roman Reigns, I wouldn't let that slide. And honestly, Roman Reigns was doing a lot of sliding in those socks on Monday Night Raw because he had no shoes. Bronson Reed straight up jacked his shoes from him. I don't think I don't think you're gonna have the OTC lose his shoes to Bronson Reed and then lose the next match following that. Nah, I think Roman Reigns and Jey Uso win this match. We get everybody yeeting, all that fun stuff. Put the ones up, whatever, all that kind of stuff. But I think the more interesting and the better option would have been to have Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed win, with Braun Breaker spearing and pinning Roman Reigns. I don't think they're going to do it. So Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, they win this match, in my opinion. And now main event, Gunther versus CM Punk. Where do we go here, man? Like, I really want CM Punk to win this match. I love Gunther, but CM Punk's always been my guy. And, you know, I feel like Punk as champion would be very interesting. You got so many opponents you can give CM Punk. So many. I don't think I'm worried about this one. See, this is what I mean. I don't know what to call here. I don't know. I even spent some time thinking about it. Who do I think will win? I still don't know. I think Seth Rollins, to me, still plays a factor in this. I believe he's hurt. I just don't know how hurt. Like, is he as hurt as WWE is playing it out to be, or is he hurt, but he can still manage to cash in? That's the biggest question for me. I think we're going to get Seth Rollins to attempt to cash. There's so many ways you can go about this here. You can have Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker come out to beat up on both guys. You can have them run down with you could have Seth Rollins' music hit. Comes down with the briefcase and he's in a crutch. He's like hobbling down there, but he's got Breaker and Reed with him. And when he cashes in, it's now a triple threat match, which means no DQ. He could use Breaker and Bronson to beat up on Punk and Gunther so he can cash in and win this thing. You know, Seth Rollins has always said he's going, as long as he's breathing, he will not allow CM Punk to win a world championship in WWE. This is a championship match for CM Punk. Does Seth Rollins take the risk? I think we see Seth Rollins showing up, even as injured as he is, crutches or whatever it may be. I think he makes an attempt to cash in because he's so desperate to have CM Punk fail at becoming a world champion. However they plan to do it is up to them. There's different ways. The way I just mentioned, where you can have his music hit and all three of them come down, Breaker, Bronson, and Seth hobbling down there, and then it becomes a triple threat. They beat up on Punk and Gunther, and then Rollins tries to cash in. Or you could do something crazy and dumb where Seth Rollins cashes in and just allows Gunther to pin him so that Punk doesn't become champion. I don't think that's going to happen, but that would be wild to see. I just think this is not going to be a cut and dry one-on-one Gunther versus CM Punk. I think Seth Rollins comes in here, plays a factor. I think CM Punk doesn't win at all. It's either Gunther wins the world championship, or retains it, I should say, or we get Seth Rollins as our new champion. I think those are the only two options. If I'm wrong, I'm happily wrong. I would love to see CM Punk become champion, but just to play it safe, I will say Gunther retains the World Heavyweight Championship because of, potentially, Seth Rollins. All right, my friends, I appreciate it. I would love to know your thoughts because I'm so all over the place with this where I don't have a set in stone, like feel 100% confident in everything. I would love to know what you think. Give me your ideas, your thoughts, your opinions, who you think will win, your predictions. I would love to hear it. Leave it in the comments. Please like this video. It does me a huge favor. It gets this out to other wrestling fans that don't know about this channel, and the goal is to get as many wrestling fans on this channel as possible. So please like this video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and you think you would like and enjoy WWE content every single week, because I got you on that. My friends, I hope you all have a good rest of your week. I will see you on the next video. I'll have another Night 2 predictions video for SummerSlam. Enjoy the show. It's going to be a great weekend, 2-day event. I can't wait. I will see you all in the next one. Until we eat again, my friends, as always, stay bitter.